Welcome to another episode of Cocktails with Cousins. I'm Erica.
I'm KD.
I'm Raina.
And we are here to talk about this second installment of the reunion show. We know you're going to like everything that we say, so go ahead and hit the like button now. Make sure you're subscribed. And then share your comments with us too, because we want to know what you're thinking too. We're just going to jump right on in because, there's no need to sugarcoat it. We were all there. Let's talk about these ladies and what they had to say about themselves when they got together. What did you guys think of their conversation?
When Lindsay said, told Alyssa that we were here for marriage and you are here for something else, I hollered.
Right. Liz, let me tell you something. What she is good at is getting Alyssa, and I'm here for it every single time. Every single time. She
said her exact words were, "We're here for marriage and you're not, so stay home."
Right. I'm with you, Lindsay. I'm with you,
Lindsay. Because what I didn't have to do is see Alyssa on my TV ever again. And then she had the nerve, she was trying to lead the charge. Girl, this is not your finest hour. I'm gonna need you to be quiet because you already saying stuff that don't make no sense. Like she said, in that conversation that she has owned up to everything that she has said and done on the show. I was like, when and where? Somebody roll the footage back for me because I ain't seen it yet. Excuse me, y'all. What did you guys think about her saying Alyssa was saying that she was at the apartment recording with them, or not recording, but maybe I guess she was, because if they were recording, she was on camera, they must have just cut her out.
Well, yeah. I'm so happy that the camera crew did not record when she was there, or they just recorded but just edited out.
Yeah. Because her being on this reunion, girl, that is her number one dream. She was probably happy as a hog every time she got to say something on that reunion show.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't expect was to agree with Noi on anything, though. When Noi said Jasmine and Michael could have made it, I was like, girl, see, we can agree on something. I knew you was good for something. Because they had trivial.
Yeah.
We'll get to what finally broke the camel's back. When we get to them or whatever.
But did she say she thought that Mark and Lindsay were gonna make it, or they're gonna last a lot longer? Did she say that?
She did.
And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah. See,
yes,
but that quick.
But see, for Mark and Lindsay to last that long, and some of the horrible things they went through, she said, "Oh, they must can make it through anything."
True.
Okay,
I see that point. That's a good perspective.
That is a good perspective. Okay, 2 points we can agree with you on, Noi. Because look, we ain't agree with you on much all season long, so we gotta get you in when we can. It was funny to me though when everybody. Remember when Kevin asked, well, what type of dude does Alyssa need? What type of dude does Jasmina need? Everything that everybody was saying for Jasmina, I was like, but that's Mike.
But they
Mike
said
had
it.
Quality.
Right.
I was like, so what? I said, so everybody's describing Mike for her. She can't see what she can't see the wrong. It was just hilarious to me.
Then everybody, the only people who said something about what Alyssa needed was Jasmina and Katina. They said she needed a cowboy, but where are you gonna find a cowboy in Boston?
I was just about to say in the middle of Massachusetts. Make it make some sense. I don't know. Maybe I don't know about the geography of Massachusetts much.
Well,
maybe that's what it is.
Did y'all see your previews? Because
I
look
did.
like she's gonna meet Ryan. So
yeah, the type of guy she needs. It's
they would be good for each other.
Guy.
Yeah, that would be a good match. Did y'all hear Jasmina with her contradiction of her telling some she don't like the mean girl stuff?
I
was like,
not Jasmina.
She's the main one.
I was like, Queen.
It's
Queen
in her name, Jasmina.
Exactly. President of the mean girl.
I like the way somebody asked the question, I think it was Kevin Frazier, like if the girls got along, but they didn't get along. They don't like Lindsay.
No, they definitely
Yeah,
have.
she didn't block her, but she unfollowed her on social
Yeah.
media.
Noah is okay with Lindsay, but Noah is scared of Jasmina. She's scared to say anything against her, Jasmina.
I think it's Alyssa. Really and truthfully though, I think it's Alyssa and Jasmina that don't like Lindsay. And I think Katina and Noah can stomach her. Like they, just kind of put her stuff to the side.
Right.
It took Katina a while though, because for a while she couldn't stand Lindsay.
Right, exactly.
But Olajuwon likes her. And
Yes.
that's what
And maybe that's why. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
like she grew. I mean, after they had that, Olajuwon said they had that come to Jesus conversation about who was going to be able to do what and where the line was. I think they were fine. He just had to set some boundaries with her. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's still weird because they were like besties, always talking about sitting on the roof and everything.
Right.
What did y'all think about Lindsay kicking Jasmina out the car?
I'm shocked that even happened, to be honest. She's
Look,
like, well,
I
you can
mean,
walk to the airport. And I'm like,
I mean, Jasmina was probably her condescending self and using that tone with Lindsay. And I mean, Lindsay got tired of it.
Yeah, I would have been. I think she got what she deserved, probably.
Probably, but it's weird. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Katie. Maybe Noah is afraid to say anything against Jasmina because all she kept saying was, well, she wasn't loud.
Yeah, and
didn't
that's
get loud.
what she does. She's not loud, but the tone that she takes is crazy.
Oh
it
my
sounds
God.
like she is talking to one of her students
all the time. Absolutely. Yeah. What was I gonna say? It was funny to me that Katina said that now when Olajuwon talks junk, she just talks junk back. I was like, girl, you should have been doing that all along. I don't believe you.
Right. Right.
But
there's no way.
With her saying that, it all goes back to what we were saying. She just didn't want to make him look bad on TV.
Well, that's true, but still,
he
one
made himself
time,
look bad.
look, she could have did it one time for the camera. That's all we needed was to let us know that that's what she was doing.
Right.
Anywho, anything else about the girls that you noticed?
No.
You think that they'll continue to chit chat with each other once the season has kind of like everything is aired?
No.
Maybe the three, Alyssa, Jasmina, and Katina, but I don't think Noah or Lindsay will. Yeah. I think Noah's just like on her own island anyway. So
she is kind of been like that the whole time though. She like doesn't, I mean, at least from our perspective from the show, it doesn't look like she fits in.
Yeah, she can
yeah. That's all I have to say about the girls' conversation. And the gentlemen's conversation, I don't have much to say. It was crazy to me though that Mark kept saying that it was like, he was like, it's so peaceful with the boys, and he was talking about how afraid he was of Lindsay. I was like, did you need a restraining order? Maybe you should have been blinking twice. Like,
why did you say yes on decision day?
Maybe he was afraid to say no.
I know why he said yes, because he wanted to get his apartment made over.
Look, that's the one thing I agree with Lindsay on. He used her for that money. She said, we're going to get this thing fixed up. He said, oh, you can do it in a week? Bet. I'm going to say yes.
She wrote it in that letter. She
sure did. It was funny.
I found it. I thought it was funny how Steve said Mark was better off without Lindsay. Because you know they didn't like each other.
Exactly. Steve was out there singing like a songbird. He was like, and Lindsay and my energy don't mix. I just stayed away from her. I was like, dang, Steve, well, just tell us how you really feel.
Right.
Oh goodness, he's been waiting all season to say that. I mean, but can you blame him? I mean, Lindsay's energy is unmatched, definitely.
Either you like her or you don't.
Yeah,
it's no between.
Nope. It's like you have to know how to handle her. If not, you're gonna be all over the place. What y'all see Olajuwon talking about Katina can cook now? Because remember on the decision day, her food was inedible. Now he told us, oh, she can cook. I was like, sir, you had this woman out here looking stupid. Now she can
And he
cook.
saw himself and he's trying to, he's trying to make up for it. I think that's what he's doing.
He said
okay.
He said she's cooked some lobster tails.
He said she made a gourmet meal for him. Yeah.
He said that she was introducing him to stuff he had never tried before, like a wine glass. Oh goodness, yeah. I was just like, sir, all that foolery and nonsense you saying, now she can cook. Like I ain't buying it. Yeah. I mean, Elijah Wan did have something to say about Lindsay too, though. He said that she does not take responsibility. What do y'all think about that?
She doesn't.
100%. She doesn't. Yeah. She don't acknowledge her wrongdoing.
Yeah, no. She has vomit of the mouth.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and she's the type of person that thinks just because she's saying her truth that it's fine. Like it doesn't matter if it lands right, if it hurts anybody, long as she just tells the truth, she's good.
Mm-hmm. And her apologies are like, well, I learned from my mistakes and it was a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, honey, you're gonna have to stop having to learn so much. I'm gonna need you to go to summer school or something because you're gonna have to catch up faster.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have anything else about the boys and their conversation. What about y'all? Mm-mm. Yeah, they've been cool, calm, and collected. Oh no, I do have one more thing. How Mark gonna tell Mike to relax? Mark, you look like a deer in the headlights the whole doggone season. Like now you shelling out advice. Like, I like the way that Mike was always receptive. Like he was always willing to learn. Cause like even when when Kevin asked the question and asked them like what should he be doing for the next relationship, he was like, come on, gentlemen, I need to know. Like,
to learn. Right.
I wish that somebody would have said something other than one person.
Yeah.
Like, Mark said he overthinks, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Mike was matched well. His person just didn't respond to him. Anyway, moving right along, let's just jump right into Jasmina and Michael and their time in the hot seat with the experts. And Kevin really didn't say anything. So with the experts, what stood out to you guys in that conversation?
Jasmina was like, I didn't like him, so
basically that was her whole energy. That was her whole energy. And it like the experts they felt like she didn't try enough, in my opinion. Like you guys didn't give it enough time to see it through, right? Because they're like, any problems y'all have, every married couple has. Like y'all think in your mind, just because you married, we don't have these problems. We all have problems, right?
Exactly. Look, honey, yes. Laptop gate that broke them up. What were you
that couldn't have been it. Like that, it had to be a whole bunch of stuff piled up, and that just broke the camel's back. It just so happened.
I can see Mike now saying, "Oh, I didn't know you were serious about that." And Jasmina, she probably needed it for work, and as teachers, she was probably working from home, and she couldn't get logged on to her in her class, and she was like really mean. And
she
so
got her driver's license to go pick it up.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why you ain't just ran by the school, honey? You could have went in the side door, like got your laptop.
Because she don't have a driver's license.
Girl, look, that sounds like a problem.
That's a personal problem to me.
A personal problem, and I can see
he probably attacked him so hard.
Yeah,
that he was like, no,
that
ain't for me. It ain't for me.
Like I'm not doing this no more. Like I done opened up. I've been vulnerable the whole season, and now you fussing with me because you left your laptop at work. When they told that story, I'm like, y'all, it had to be something else. Like this was it. But I think it was more like you're saying, KD, like Mike was like, I'm not about to go through this for the rest of my life. Every time she feel like it, she can get mad and tell me my tone wrong and whatever the case may be, and I'm done. I just thought that was the dumbest reason to ever break up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she keeps talking over him. And when he tries to speak his truth, she's like, you're interrupting me.
Michael.
Exactly. Yeah. Or what was the phrase that she said? Now
Michael.
Oh my
now
God.
Michael. Yeah.
Like, girl. What was I gonna say? I would love to know what his sisters have to say. Like, if you guys were his sisters, what
They
would
should
you
have brought the
say?
sisters out. Yeah.
So I wonder if they are going to be on Where Are We Now?
Hopefully.
I hope so.
I would love to know what their opinion is, because I mean, I like they sat there real quiet while she was being real foolish. And you know what? I commend them for at least being able to hold their tongue, if nothing else. What was I gonna say? I think that's it though.
I'm surprised there's nobody in his DMs, because I think they asked him if he was dating or open to dating, and he was like, "No, I'm just chilling. I'm just, I'm like, I feel like he's a good guy.
Talking to somebody.
He did say he was talking to somebody.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. And then what things did Jasmina have going on? Like, because she said she had so much stuff going on when they were living apart for those 12 days while they continued their marriage. I'm like, girl, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on, all right. I've said this before. She's kind of like Alyssa. No, she's definitely like Alyssa, except for she's just not the victim. Like Alyssa. She's mean in a sly way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had no communication and they weren't going to make it because Jasmina wasn't interested in having no communication. She just didn't want to be with him. Right. So, anything else? All right, let's move on to the train wreck herself, Alyssa and Chris. I'm gonna just let y'all, what y'all got to say?
She's a good person, y'all.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm convinced.
She's such a good person.
Dr. Vivian and her receipts.
Oh, honey, she did not come to play, because what did she say? She said, you guys didn't give me anything that I wanted. Dr. Viviana was like, well, let me look at my phone. Here's your application. It was hilarious when she pulled that. And when she said the application, I was like, oh, hold on, wait, she about to read her. So Dr. Viviana said, she said that you asked for someone who is compassionate, funny, giving, loyal, and hardworking. What didn't you get out of that? Because I think Chris is all of those.
Yeah. And she, it was on the tip of her tongue, but she's just like,
exactly. Then she told him, well, he's not loyal. Of course he's not loyal. You weren't loyal to him. What did you expect him to be blindly loyal to you?
But he was loyal. For all the bullshit you made him go through, he still stood there trying to make something of it, and you still treated him badly. So
exactly.
The issue in my book, when he said defund the police and he had on stop killing Black folks.
We just say Karen won't hear for that. And then when Pastor Cal, I think made him a doctor. Look, Dr. Cal, I'm gonna give it to you. When Pastor Cal was like, she kept saying, well, our core values didn't align. Our core values. He said, well, share your core values.
What are your core values? She was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Or hold on, wait. Then she said, you guys said that I wouldn't be attacked.
Her core values is that she's a Republican and she probably voted for Donald Trump.
Absolutely. I agree. And it's like, girl, you just said it all without saying nothing. We know what your core values are. I said that Chris is like, he reminded me of Steve. I feel like if he would have been on the show, him and Steve could have jived really well because they both seem to be able to communicate.
So did you see the previews? He's dating Olivia from
I know. I was like, oh, that's a good match too. I'm glad y'all found
New Orleans. It's New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is she gonna want to do half and half on rent? Is she gonna want to pay for his trips?
I think the problem with her and her husband was that her husband didn't want to spend any money at all.
It's because he was on a tight budget.
Yeah, he was
Right.
on a tight budget. Like I
Right.
feel like they were both
No,
being
it
influenced.
wasn't. It wasn't. He was on a tight budget, but but she wouldn't budge. She
Neither
said
one of them would though.
Right.
she said that she was going to only pay for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you married, our money is your money.
Well, this is true, but they're not in marriage, KD. They just dating. They hadn't
This is
gotten
true.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think no, with her husband, truthfully, I think it would have been okay once they kind of got to know each other, except for he was like, oh, you want to go out? No, I want to stay at home. Oh, you want to eat out? No, I'm going to eat at home. Like, so they kept tugging back and forth because she was like, well, why do I have to give up my lifestyle? And you can't even, like, I mean, we got to eat out every night, but doggone it, I'm not about to sit at home seven nights a week and eat at home just because you want to only spend $50 a week on food. Like, she's like, I can afford more than $50 a week on food. So I'm going to need you to fund some. I think that was, for me, that's what I saw as there being their core problem.
Right.
Is that he was just so doggone cheap. And
There were two extremes.
yeah,
Right.
they were. She was all the way over here, and he was all the way over here, pitching pennies. And she was like, "Pennies, here you go, dollars, $5, pennies. Like I don't care, like I can spend or whatever." I mean, she made good money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
She can spend it if she want to.
They were actually opposite of Jose and Rachel. Jose had the means. Rachel didn't, but she wanted to spend all the money on the extravagance of these trips and stuff. And he was like, let's go to Austin. Let's go to let's go to the river. I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah. He was like, I've always wanted to go to Arizona. And she was like, really? Like, what's there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. But look, back to this season. We were talking about who Chris and Alyssa. So Dr. Viviana brought out the receipts and she had nothing to say. Dr. Pepper was mad too because Dr. Pepper said if she would have known she was that specific, she would not have gotten matched. Like she almost like put her foot down on that one or whatever. But she probably kept that to herself. Like she didn't want them to know that she was gonna be super picky.
Yeah.
Do you think if she would have gotten matched with, oh God, anybody else? So let's just say anybody else. Like let's say she got matched with Steve. Do you think that she would have tried so hard to not be with him, or you think she would have been cool with Steve?
No, I mean, only reason why she would have probably tried with Steve is because he had that tattoo. That eagle tattoo or lion tattoo, whatever.
The lion tattoo.
Yes, I would say so because Steve's teeth are straight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got straight teeth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, that's just, maybe $10,000 worth of work, and he made that on one sale of his used cars of houses.
But you know what? But I don't know because she was downplaying Chris's job as a car, no different than a car salesman, but just for houses, what she said, right?
Yeah.
And that's a good job. That's a good field to be in. Steve didn't have a job, so I don't know. She probably would have clowned him too, thinking he didn't have money.
She may have given him a chance at least, because like you said, Katie, he had straight teeth.
Yeah.
Like she would have gotten to the point.
And the tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I wonder if the Married at First Sight questionnaire is going to be, do you vote Republican or Democrat? Because they have to change it.
They should. I feel like they have to, they're going to have to get a little bit deeper because we keep running into that same problem. Like season after season, somebody has that problem.
Brett and Ryan, they voted opposite.
Right. Yeah.
And Alyssa and Chris.
Yeah, and they like, and Dr. Pepper likes to say opposites can attract, but honey, some things ain't attracting. I don't care how well. Like you're gonna just have to realize that some of those things just not gonna match, and that's one of them. Especially in the climate that we're in now. I would have said maybe 10, maybe 20 years ago, you would have been able to get away with different perspectives in the household, but nowadays it's like either you with me or you're not, because we talking two different things. Yeah, so Chris, Dr. Cal, why do I keep calling him doctor? Like, I mean,
Pastor
I don't know
Cal.
why I want him to be a doctor today. Pastor Cal said that he was just disappointed in their whole relationship. And I was like, Pastor Cal, we were too. We was very disappointed that y'all put them together. I don't know why y'all did that to us. We had to sit there and deal with this foolery and nonsense. Or whatever. Oh, what did y'all think about Alyssa Thompson, that she was shown in a poor light?
Oh, as Dr. Pepper said, we didn't put those words in your mouth, sweetie. You did that. That was all you. That was all you. Don't blame us for that.
Exactly. She was like, without ammunition, we would not have been able to fire these scenes on the show. I mean,
She showed herself in a poor light.
She did a very poor light. Like, girl,
ass.
Right. And the worst ones were the behind the scenes where they weren't really, they were rolling, but it was just Alyssa. It was like off script, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
no.
where she was in the parking lot talking about, I hate him.
Look at his hands, they're so aggressive. She had said that one more time. I was like,
The aggressive hands.
Exactly. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? I don't know. She's a fool anyway, though.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that I feel like stood out.
I just what Alyssa says, how she feels that she was gypped or whatever. I feel that for Chris, like this could have been a great opportunity for him, and he was, it sucks for him that he didn't get that opportunity because of her.
Right.
So I feel bad for him.
And she put such a sour taste in his mouth that he was like, this was an experience that I never want to do again. And I was like, dang, I wish they would have, I don't know. I just wish they would have matched him with could have found another match for him.
I know.
Yeah. Anywho, anything else about these two non-lovebirds?
Nope. Good riddance, Alyssa.
Right, exactly. May we never see you again after next week. All right, let's move on to Steve and Noah. And what I realized about Steve and Noah is I did not say one thing about them in my notes. So their conversation must have been real boring.
Yeah.
What y'all got to say about them? Because I don't have nothing.
I have nothing. I don't even remember them. Except for Noe, I always look like she's confused.
She does have that look all the time.
And the thing about it is, I don't think it's confusion. I think it's something that she wants to say, but she's not saying it. And like, girl, just open your mouth. Like, say your piece. Like, what are you always keeping your mouth closed for? But let me tell you, she probably keeping her mouth closed because she didn't seen that bank account total, and she like, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm good. I can have my babies in, stay at home. I'm good. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I don't have nothing. Like, I literally have nothing about them. I wrote one thing about the experts, but that's it. Oh, you know what? The conversation that I did find very interesting. I don't know if they had that this time or last time, but I think it was this time when Pastor Cal was talking about he didn't have a job when he met his wife. Did they talk about that this episode? Anyway,
no.
I'll just tell. Look, I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember him saying that when he didn't have a job when he met his wife, and that his wife just stuck out with him. And Noe needs to realize that Steve's predicament right now is not going to be his long term or whatever. And that she needs to kind of, they need to get together and make a plan. But my whole thing was, Pastor Cal, you didn't have a job, but did you have savings? Because Steve got savings. And so he may not have a job, but he had savings. And I'm almost certain that tech pays more than pastoring. So I think he's good. Like, stop trying to make my brother sound like he poor. He ain't poor. He got money in the bank, right? And that's what everybody want to make him out to be. Like he broke on the internet. He ain't broke. He got money. I ain't seen his bank account, but he got some money in it. But that was the only thing that stood out to me about them. Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say.
There's really not much to say. Yeah.
I mean, they'll be fine. I'm pretty sure where they are now, she's probably pregnant. Like, she wanted to be pregnant within a year.
I thought they were gonna announce that she was, but
Yeah, like that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on because it's been 6 months since they recorded. So at this point, they rounding out the year. So anyway, let's go to the train wreck. Mark and Lindsay. Talk about couples therapy, honey. They need couples therapy, individual therapy. What y'all got to say about everything that happened with them?
whew, poor Mark.
Right.
Yeah, poor Mark. She's
Yeah.
really a bully, and I'm not saying he had no fault in it, but when she hit low, she hit low.
Oh.
I mean,
She at the core of the earth.
yeah, she goes to hell and back.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Dr. Pepper said that she, when she gets upset, she cuts deep. I was like, Dr. Pepper, that's an understatement. That lady do a whole lot more than that. Oh goodness. He said that in his next relationship, though, he gonna speak up sooner. Y'all believe that?
It's not in his. He's a non-confrontational individual.
Yep.
He just wants it to be kumbaya, peaceful all the time. And he just needs the right person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dr. Pepper, I was like, Dr. Pepper, you know you wrong for this. She's on some, I didn't expect y'all to be that bad together. Well, if you thought they were gonna be bad, Dr. Pepper, why did you put them together in the first place? If you thought it was gonna be any level of bad.
Right, but what I'm not understanding is they kept saying how Mark is high energy. He's really not though.
Right.
All he says is I'm Mark the Shark, and that's about it.
That is it. That's the end of his energy, honey.
Right.
That dude was on low the whole time. I was like, when is the shark gonna come out? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where the shark is. Like, is this really the shark? Pastor Cal was talking about how they lost respect for each other. And then Lindsay lost empathy. So she just kept on cutting low. I don't know. They were so toxic together. I mean, they was like an episode of Dateline. I was waiting for somebody's body to disappear because I mean they just kept on with each other. I mean, we kind of already talked about them all season long. They shouldn't have been matched. It was very traumatic for
They
them.
should have said yes on decision day.
But at this point, I'm with the internet. Twitter says that they were paid extra to all say yes after last season, since everybody said no. I'm almost with that now. Like, I'm almost agreeing that that's what happened.
No, everybody didn't say no. Two people said yes.
Yeah.
Jose and Rachel and Mirla and Gil.
But by the time they had got to the reunion, everybody was broke up.
They said yes for the cameras. That's what they said yes to, for the cameras.
Yeah, because Rachel knew she didn't want to be with Jose. He won't try to spend no money. Yeah, and Mirla was like, we know about Mirla. I don't look. Yeah, she another person I don't want to never have to talk about.
Never. I was hoping she didn't get verified on Twitter.
She did.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well,
and that's the only reason why she came on the show.
I was just about to say that was it. That's why she wanted to be on the show. But anywho, all right. Anything else about Mark and Lindsay? Because I mean, other than they shouldn't have been matched, since Dr. Pepper thought they were going to be bad together anyway. She just didn't expect it to be that bad. Like, Dr. Pepper, how come? And that's what we got to talk about. I can't believe that Dr. Viviana is not coming back.
I can't believe it.
I mean, if you think about it, she wasn't really on this season that much. So going back, it's like, I wonder if she was making her exit already, but I don't know. I didn't realize who they had replaced her with until I saw it on the internet. Of course, Twitter educates me on everything. Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, interesting.
Who is the doctor that they replaced her with? Because it's not Devon Franklin.
But
the doctor.
Yeah, I don't know that lady, but when I heard he was gonna be on there, I was like, interesting.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know much about him though.
And I know it's not good to say because Pastor Cal has been divorced and remarried, so I can't really say this. But he recently just got divorced, didn't he?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
and that's why he said no.
Yeah,
In the beginning.
he need time to figure out what went wrong. I
Yeah.
feel like before he start giving advice to other people.
Right.
But I mean, neither here nor there. All right. Last but not least, this.
Oh,
Go ahead.
one person said on on Twitter or Instagram, I don't know, and that they needed a black person, a black expert on there to go head to head with Jasmina.
Oh, you mean this season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe Pastor Cal couldn't do that.
No, a black female.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like
Yeah.
the panel definitely needs some more diversity. They just don't have a good perspective of everybody and how they would react in a relationship. And then
No, just personally, Jasmina.
oh, just her?
Yes.
You said not
She
anybody
need-
else, just her.
Yeah, she Jasmina needs a black expert to go head to head with her, and I think that would a black person, a doctor, would have been able to put her in her place.
Do you think? I feel like she was
I
so
do.
big-headed.
I think she's just not gonna. She doesn't care who she's talking to. She's not gonna accept the. I don't know. She's not gonna receive it well either way.
But a black woman would have been able to read her.
Well, this is true. I
Yeah.
think that would have definitely
That's what
been
I'm saying.
You say that's
What I'm
that's
saying.
the what you call it. Because I still don't think she would have received it. She would have got her read in that moment and still not received it.
It would have ended. Well, I said what I said.
Exactly. Oh my God. But because the thing about it is, I feel like she has put herself in a position where she thinks that long distance relationships are like how that works is how her relationship should work. And she wants to still be able to do what she wants to do and, you know, whatever, but not have to attend to the person she's in a relationship with, which is what we kind of saw on the episode. I don't know. But yeah, she would have at least got read. You're right. Anywho, moving to this group conversation with all of the couples together, back together. Why was Elijah Wan calling her Jeanette? Katina Jeanette? I was like, Elijah Wan, that wasn't even close to her name. Like, I mean,
And it's
what?
funny that Katina in that moment realized, like, no wonder he kept calling me wife and wifey. Because he didn't remember my name. I'm like, oh, that's messed up.
That is like at the time, oh no, she was like, oh, that's so enduring. He really likes me. It's his wife. Girl, no, honey, he wanted to call you everything but your name.
Right.
That was hilarious. Well, Mark and Lindsay didn't disappoint in that group conversation. What did y'all think about that encounter with Kevin and Lindsay talking about she needed to apologize for how she treated Mark?
Well, I say this. Mark had mentioned in the men's group, he was saying how he was being bullied, and on one occasion she spat on him. She didn't even, when Kevin brought it to her attention, she was like, well, I didn't, like, she didn't even want to admit that she did that. And I was like, girl, that's like the worst thing you can do to someone as an insult. Like, you don't spit on nobody.
Exactly.
Right? And she was like, well, I mean, if I did, you know what you did. Don't sit here and try to act like you don't know what you did. And then even Elijah was like, this is your time. Like, this is your moment. I'm trying to tell you as a friend, you look really bad right now. You owe him an apology. And I'm like, say that, Olajuwon. But the fact that she didn't even, it's like pulling teeth trying to get an apology from her. If I was Mark, I'm like, I don't even want it. Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
I don't need you to speak no more words to me. And then everybody says, speak up. This is your time, sir, ma'am. Leave it alone. Like, don't be trying to encourage me to speak my truth. I ain't got to deal with this woman after this episode. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would have been like. Anything else? Because I feel like that was just the one thing that stood out to me. Elijah Wan not knowing his wife's name. And then Mark and Lindsay and they drama. I mean, really everybody else is just boring.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why Lindsay is this way. When she gets caught out, she sits there. It's like she has everything to say to everybody, but when she gets caught out, it's like crickets. She doesn't have. It's like she just looks stupid in front of the camera.
That's her not taking ownership for her behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how she does every time. She just looks dumb. I guess you feel like if she looked dumb enough, it'll go away. No, honey, we all saw it. It happened. We were there. But anywho, all right. Anything else about this season of these couples before we close out this last part of the reunion?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
I am nosy enough to know where they are now. So I will definitely be watching where they are now because I want to
know. Hear about Alyssa and Brett, because Brett was defending her at the beginning of the season.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
Do tell. Was this on Twitter? I missed that.
No, Brett?
Yes.
Or Ryan?
Yeah.
No, Ryan. That's it.
Okay, I was like,
You like, hold on, wait. She was?
Because he says he knows her and she's not that bad of a person.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I'm wondering if he knows her because they are dating, or he knows her because he is hooking her up with some of his cowboy friends.
I don't know. That's very interesting, because did they know each other before she appeared on this show, or did they know each other as a result of this show?
Right.
Those are questions we need answered.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that though. I remember you sharing that with us at the beginning of the season, that he said she's really a good person. Like, whatever, sir. She is not a good person.
Well, they have the same core values, so
That-
And it made me mad, so mad, that Katina and Jasmina were defending her.
Oh, it's aggravating.
Yeah,
like, she is not a good person. It is not okay to treat anybody like that.
Yeah, no, her behavior was so unexcusable. Like, and then we talked about this before. Then she tried to blame it on mental health. Girl, no, you're just horrible. Like, you suck as a person. Like Lindsay said, you are really a bad person. But I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the Mean Girls Club, which is funny though, because I hate to call Katina a mean girl, but it's like, girl, you letting all these mean girls that you hang out with be mean.
She was mean to Lindsay on the boat.
That's right. That's true. She was. I take that back. Okay, look, Katina, I'm trying to give you credit, honey. But yeah, no, they were definitely the mean girl clique.
Yeah.
She's not a mean girl unless she's pushed.
Okay. She got to be provoked. I got it. But
it's just funny to me how Alyssa, like, I know this is a running joke, but I am a good person. Like, just enough,
like,
I don't want to
hear
hear no more.
Like, don't nobody want to hear about you being a good person no more. Like, them lies you can tell yourself in the mirror, because nobody else is listening.
None
whatsoever. Anywho, all right, well, until next week when we talk about where they are now, go ahead and make sure you hit the like button, because we know you like what you heard. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss anything, and then share your comments with us. If we said something that you think was right, then let us know, because we want to make sure we ain't just talking to ourselves. All right, until next time, you guys, see ya.
Yeah.